Independent Living Resource Center? By the show of hands, anyone? Well, okay, good, one person. So Independent Living Resource Center has been around since 1976, and it's grown over the years. We've expanded. I believe we used to have about 3 offices. We have 5 now. As Marlon said, one is here in Santa Maria. We have one in San Luis Obispo. Our headquarters is in Santa Barbara, and we have Ventura and Thousand Oaks, which is our newest office. And as he mentioned, the core services that we provide are to, provide resources, independence, and not just to people with all disabilities, but for those who are aging into disability. And we're gonna, okay, so as I mentioned, we're a nonprofit organization, and we promote independent living and full access for individuals with disabilities through advocacy, education, and action in our communities. This is a little bit of a history of how the independent living centers came about is through Ed Roberts, who was a student in Berkeley, and he pretty much ran into some barriers that kind of made it hard for him to be able to continue with his education due to his disability. So he did a lot of advocacy work and a big independent living movement, which began early in the 1960s here in Berkeley, California, and other places in the US. So they had a group of individuals who had disabilities who began working together to eliminate barriers in their communities and attain access to programs and services. And if you could tell, the arrows pointed at Ed Roberts in the wheelchair. Yeah, the father of the independent living movement. And so the goal again is to dismantle any stereotypes of like the medical, social model, which the medical model would say that the problem is the person with the disability rather than the social model, which says the problem is the world, which we call the barriers that don't allow people with disabilities to have access, whether it be to a public building like a library, a hospital, being able to navigate the community, crossing the street, right? And so our model, again, is not that the person is the problem, but it's more so the community, right? Yeah, okay. Next slide. And so what we do know is that independence looks different for everyone. And our motto is to provide services that are tailored to each person's needs, because not two people have the same solution, right? So what we do is we take our time when we do our intakes to get to know you a little bit better and to know how we can better serve you. The eligibility is very simple, so you could just self-report if you have any kind of disability, and no documentation is needed. All of our services are free of cost, and we practice the no wrong door policy, which means that if you come for a service that we don't provide, we try our best to guide you in the right direction. If you need assistance with filling out applications or whatnot, we also assist you in that process. Our services, so we have 14 services that are our main ones right now, which is focus on individual and systems change advancement, assistive technology, housing navigation, benefits counseling, personal assistance connection, emergency preparedness, interpreter registry, blind and low vision services, independent living skills, community integration, youth services ages 14 to 26, and our your program Callahan. And I'll let you do, since he does this part.
So we do a lot of information referral What that is a lot of times, like she said, our no wrong, or open door policy, or no wrong door. Our no wrong door policy makes it so easier, makes it so that we will help you in any way that we can, depending on what your disability is, whether it's an emotional, intellectual, behavioral disability, whatever it is, we will help you, and we will definitely guide you in the right direction. We don't want you to come through our doors and leave not knowing where to go next from there. Our information referral, we will, as we do our assessments or intakes, the information that we gather, we use it to help determine what kind of special needs or services that we can provide for you as a client of our organization. So in some cases, if there's a specific need that we might not be able to provide, we will refer you out to the right resource through our connections and through our, I guess you could say, our outreach that we do within the community. We tend to know a lot about, oh, you might need a need for some kind of service that we might not be able to provide, so we'll connect you with this organization and refer you over to them, so then that way at the end of the day, you're in capable hands. We are also known as an Asian and Disability Resource Center, ADRC, excuse me, sorry. So our services include enhanced information and referrals, sometimes options counseling, short-term service coordinations, transition services, not just for the disabled community, but also for the more elder community. We believe, our philosophy is also that we believe that as we get older, our bodies can't keep up anymore, and that we consider that also as a disability. We try to cater to those needs as well that you might have. You want to go to the next one? We do offer peer support. Now, our peer support is, well, because we believe that we have the ability to offer services and support from a place of understanding where individuals with disabilities, that where we understand that certain, I guess you could say certain obstacles and challenges that we face might do better with the right support that we can get from our community. So we do our best to offer that for those that might feel misunderstood, those that might want to just express those frustrations and challenges in a setting that's very safe and, okay.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay, it happens. Yeah, peer support, next one. Okay, no, yeah, and then. At least 51% of our staff and board are individuals with disabilities. So we, as well as having disabilities ourselves, we can actually communicate and be more understanding of what your struggles are, those challenges, to be able to offer that support. Whether it's through our peer support programs, or even when we do our intakes and we communicate and get to know you better, be more familiarized with you on a more personal level, rather than just, oh, it's just a face and a person. These are some of the peer groups that we have. One that we actually utilize even ourselves within our own organization is called Chat Space, for those that are more tech knowledgeable. We do offer peer support within Santa Barbara County, more in person as well. Usually it's a support group that occurs every other Thursday, usually around 1:30 p.m. We do offer some in Ventura as well, and San Luis. That would be on different dates for different times listed above the presentation.
Yeah,
Next
so
one.
that one is the vinyl vision.
Vinyl vision? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so right now we currently have two groups that are active, which is the one in San Luis Obispo and the one in Ventura. So we're looking to start one here in Santa Maria.
Oh, that'll be nice.
I'll be well. Okay, next part.
Now, another one, some of the services that we offer that she might not have mentioned, we do offer not assistive technology. What's it?
Like that?
No, yeah, but who does? Emily's. Yeah, what's her title again?
Yeah, so our titles do change quite often, but she's a personal assistant.
There we go. Personal assistance. One of our other services that we offer is personal assistance. Now, we understand that there are sometimes challenges and obstacles that we face when it comes to trying to get maybe approval through IHS programs like IHS has for the right personal assistance for our loved ones or for ourselves, especially when we need that extra help. Our organization, through our personal assistance supervisor or coordinator, Emily Bridges, she maintains what we call the Quick Match Registry, a registry of certified personal assistants that she will work with you to connect to help give you that personal assistance that you might not be receiving, or you might not qualify for, or maybe extra help when you need it, that you might not be able to get the right tests or other programs. Go to the next.
And so the Quick Match registry is for the tri-county areas, and Emily's constantly looking to update the list to help match our clients with providers that they're compatible with.
You want to jump on
Yeah,
this one?
sure.
Is that-
So the Voice Options program is a program that we have available through the Department of Rehabilitation. And the goal is of providing like iPads for communication to assist individuals with disabilities that impact their speech/communication. So if anyone is interested in this, the process for it would be just an intake, authorized agent form, short-term loan iPad, funding request, and long-term loan iPad for those that aren't able to afford that kind of technology. So we also have a rapid response committee, which brings together clients with disabilities and provides support for access needs. Our
Our organization also will assist you through a program called CalAIM. A lot of recipients that come to us that want to apply for this program, we help them through quite a bit. It's actually quite funny. We will help them through enrollment into the program. It is a program that is available for all Medi-Cal, Cal recipients. It provides, I believe one of the main things that it's focusing right now is housing support and navigation, and housing transition and sustainability, as well as housing deposits, I believe. You only have to be a St. Cal recipient, and from my understanding, through what I've heard from our accounting specialist, Nicole Fleeman, it is also a grant program that is given to the individual who applies, that will help take care of, I believe, first month's, last month's rent, housing deposits. I believe it also covers certain services that might be required for the person's health, like I believe, I think it's called roach infestation problems, or maybe even home modifications. The grant is up to $5,000. It's available for anyone that is a St. Cal recipient. Very wonderful program. We actually help enroll in the program. We will reconnect with you and through St. Cal to help you through the process as quickly and as efficient as possible. I'm sure there's probably more, but
Yeah, so right here, it's just a few
yes.
bullet points.
Oh yes, transition, there we go. So it also helps with nursing and facility transition, diversion to assisted living services. It does environmental accessibility for home modifications. We understand, and I'm sure this program does too, the funders, the creators of it, that a lot of the times we find ourselves needing a little bit of home modifications for homes that are not already there, that might need to be, whether it's maybe a ramp that might need to be installed, guardrails, special modifications that will help us more as we get older, especially.
Like for people who live, upstairs, downstairs, oftentimes they also install the electrical chairs that go up the steps. And again, everything that is provided is to help individuals just maintain independence within their home, rather than looking at the last step, which would probably be going to an assisted facility or whatnot.
Now, what is the independent living philosophy, you might ask? Did you skip the? Oh.
1 second, sorry. I swear I'm just clicking once and it's going all over the place.
Oh, I guess that's where it is. Okay. We'll go back up one? Okay, no, you're good. You're so
It's like
funny
it takes
today.
backwards.
You're so funny. It's so.
Sorry, okay.
Yeah, I
There.
read the computer too sometimes. So as we stated before, our philosophy is that this organization is here to help you. We want to work with you to promote that independence. We're not going to take that away from you by just doing everything for you. We want to collaborate, we want to communicate, we want to do it as much as we can together. We feel that it's best that two heads are better than one, as they've said before. That is what our philosophy is all about. That's why we are here to do what we can as much as we can. We may not guarantee, certain services can be provided right away, efficiently, or, especially for those that might need certain things that they can't get. Well, we can't always make it guarantee that, things will work out, but we're gonna do our best. And at the end of the day, that's what counts, and that's what matters, and that's what we're here for. We're here for you as much as we can, and do for as much as we can for you. Our organization has been around for quite a long time now, and I feel that we've done quite a bit. We have our share of success stories from individuals that we've helped with a variety of services. Some of the things that we also help with, I've seen, coming from somebody that's worked with our organization, I've seen a lot of, I can't say miracles, but a lot of progress, and a lot of changes being made. I've seen staff that have managed to, with the right words, be able to provide the advocacy needed for our clients that come to us. Another thing that we try to promote is that, yes, we understand that there are, as well as, some individuals out there that you need to talk to and maybe, get them to understand things and, communicate with them on your behalf to advocate and help you in the best way that we can. So we'll do our best to advocate for you. I've seen some staff members that have been able to use those skills and be able to help our individuals some that have faced homelessness because they were being treated unjustly. We provide a variety of services that I've seen that I think are beneficial for the community. I personally have helped many individuals with housing navigation, and even though it's a struggle because of the housing market, we've managed to be able to push through and help to find them solutions, alternative solutions to help them not be, God forbid, homeless. So.
And I think I want to just go over a little bit about my program, which is the older individuals who are blind. That's just the federal program, so it's the name. But we service anyone who's low vision all the way to blindness. And some of the services for anyone who picked up a flyer. So we have 6 main core services, which is communication skills, and communication can be in the form of like actual reading, writing, or using technology so that you're still able to read and write. We work very closely with the Braille Institute, and so if anybody needs any kind of audio books, we would do a referral, help you fill out the application. If anybody had the goal of actually going to the Braille Institute to receive like in-person services, we would try to do our best to facilitate transportation resources so that that is possible. And we also have orientation and mobility training, that's white cane training. But orientation and mobility is not just limited to white cane training. We also, a lot of people need like support cane. The support cane is also letting others know that the person has a visual impairment, but it's not necessarily like a white cane where you use it to navigate, more so for stability you would use it. We also include like bus route, so wayfinding, navigation, riding public transportation, getting maybe from your home to your, like let's say if somebody primarily leaves the house to go to medical appointments and doesn't feel secure doing that independently. So we would use our orientation and mobility specialists to help the individual with, skills to feel more confident traveling alone. We also have independent living skills training, which I provide in person. I travel throughout the Tri-Counties, and we try to do our best to just listen to you as an individual. What is it that you want for yourself? Is it cooking? Are you having difficulties with like reading seasonings, recipes, medication administration, organization in the home? I do those trainings in person. We also have our assistive technology training, which is provided by a professional, and it includes equipment. So if somebody needed a magnifier they would be matched with the right magnification. If somebody needed something larger than that, then we would move on to the next device, which would be like what we call the digital magnifier, but they've been known for a long time as a CCTV, which looks like a computer, kind of. And it's pretty large, but it really gets, the technology is advancing very quickly, and we're doing our best to stay up to date with all of that. For instance, we just started a new collaboration and partnership with Target Optical. San Luis Obispo we provide the equipment, but they do the assessment, so for anybody that needs any kind of like stronger magnification lenses, you would connect with my program, I would send a referral, they would tell us, what glasses they feel work better for each individual, and we would just help procure those lenses. There are also new technology, which is called the meta glasses, and that is something that we are also providing through our program for individuals who can no longer see at all. This artificial intelligence makes it possible for individuals to still be able to read documents, which is the hardest thing for most individuals, is to read their mail, fill out important, forms, and my program also offers case management. So for those that need a little bit more assistance with just kind of getting certain things in order, we are obviously more than happy to work together for as long as you need it. Our peer support group is something that just kind of took off towards the end of last year, and our goal is to have one in San Luis, Santa Maria, Ventura, and possibly Thousand Oaks, but probably 3 for now. And like I said, we have 2 that are up and running, one in San Luis, one in Ventura, and the next one will be in Santa Maria, probably in this building, because I like it so much. Through our assistive technology, we have our specialists from the Central Coast Assistive Technology that also has the device and lending demonstration center. So he does the home visits, he does assessments, and then provides you with equipment that you might find helpful for yourself. If you are unable to purchase that equipment, then they would loan it to you through their loan library. And you don't necessarily have to be in my program to qualify for this, or for anyone that is interested, you would just click on the QR code and it will take you to their website, and you will be able to schedule your appointments directly through them. But for those that have difficulty navigating the internet or websites, I'm more than happy to help, or my colleague here as well. Do we have any questions? Yes?
You appear to help many people in the community, which is wonderful. I'm wondering where you get your funding, and if you're worried about the current climate of cutbacks.
Our director and our deputy director have been really smart in how they run the organization, which is why I think it has grown so much in the last few years. They have a lot of private funding, so they do a lot of their own, Everyone will be affected to some degree, but for us right now, we're okay with our programs. We don't see that changing anytime soon. Right? As far as from what we know, about like 20% affected by it, but it shouldn't disturb our services at all. Yes. Yeah, so no, most of our funding is not federally, but a lot of other organizations are, but what we're gonna do is just focus on what we can do with other organizations and fill in those gaps. Yeah. And I also wanted to bring up a little bit more about our benefits. A lot of people aren't too sure what that is, but we have a benefits specialist who has been with the organization for almost 30 years. And she's very knowledgeable, and she's trained a couple other people around this area. So benefits includes anything that has to do with IHSS applications, Medicare, SSI, SSDI, retirement, unemployment. He's our first point of contact, so he knows everything. But yeah, so those systems can be very complicated to navigate as well. And if ever you come across any questions, you can always call us. We'll connect you with the right benefits specialist who will help you understand even the plans for the health insurance change almost yearly. And sometimes people don't know which is the best plan for themselves, their medication portion, the out-of-pocket expense sometimes gets larger and larger, and people say, hey, why am I having to pay this much now when last year the amount was different? And so our colleague does our best to try to find what works, what plan you should probably be on. Yes?
I have two questions. One, picking up on the funding part, do you do any needs testing? Because some of your clients may be eligible for programs through VA, Medicare, Medi-Cal that they may not know, and you may be able to plug them in. So that's one. The second one is, might help to give us a couple of case vignettes without telling us the names, actually, how you helped.
Oh, yeah, so, well, you were mentioning this. Do you have a story that comes to mind?
I've heard some about
We had it really.
As I've said, I've actually seen and experienced myself through working with our staff, some of our success stories. Currently, I know one of our specialists who helps with individuals transitioning from certain, because that's another service that we offer. We find that there are individuals that need help coming back into the community from, they could be in a skilled nursing facility, some kind of mental health treatment center, or a behavioral wellness center. Settings like those, she helps them transition back into the community. One of the things that she was successful in doing was taking care of, two things actually. An individual was requiring assistance because she wanted to return back to her home. She had experienced a physical injury that placed her in a physical rehabilitation center until she could get better, but because of pets, I think it was a pest or infestation problem, she couldn't and wasn't able to, they wouldn't allow her to return to her home. On top of that, she was also receiving some backlash from her landlord about, I'd say several months it was going on for, that he was not happy with the arrangement or some kind of violation that he felt was that was happening with the lease, that he wanted to evict this individual. Our specialist, transition specialist, was able to advocate on her behalf with the property manager to not evict her, so to say, by allowing her to take care of the roach infestation problem, which we were able to connect with her with an affordable company that was able to, and have that taken care of so we were able to get her back into her home. I know that our other specialist who does CalAIM will sometimes advocate for some of the clients that need more assistance or continued assistance with the CalAIM program. The CalAIM program is a grant that's given to individuals that would need it for up to $5,000. Sometimes the full amount's never really utilized. There was an individual who wanted to utilize this. I think she only had used about half of it, so she wanted to use the remaining half for taking care of some kind of home modification problems that she wasn't sure she would qualify for, but through enough negotiation through our CalAIM specialist, not saying names, she was able to take care of this and actually help her with her needs. We can't guarantee that there will always be success. We try our best of our abilities. We let everyone know that comes through our doors that for whatever their services are, whether it's housing or benefits, maybe even I've actually helped individuals with employment at some point. Whatever the needs are, we let them know. It's not always going to be a guarantee that we'll be successful, but we're going to try our best, and we're going to not give up on you. We don't want to, leave you leave you out to dry, as my mother would say. We want to do our best, and like I said, another thing that we also do is, that's why we do a lot of information and referral, as we said in our presentation. If there's something that, okay, well, we were not able to help you with, we'll connect you to another organization that maybe they'll have better luck with. So that way you're not there coming to our doors like leaving unsatisfied. We want to at least do our part and help the best of our abilities.
Yeah. For me, actually, and we always say sometimes it's like the small things that are like the big wins. One of my clients was just very sad about her vision loss. It was very new to her. And we provide like monthly check-ins. And just to see how our clients are doing, if there's anything that they might need. So for a long time, she just, I'll try to make it to the peer support group meeting each month, but please give me a call and maybe I'll make it next time. During one of our check-ins, she encountered a very scary moment, which was eye bleeds. Her eyes were both bleeding. She called and she was just like distraught, wasn't sure what to do. I connected her with a few of our people, which are, when we say that we have strong community connections, that's what makes it possible to provide these services to each individual. We might not have what you're looking for, but if we have those connections, we're able to point the person in the right direction. Primarily what she got out of it is that during a very frightening moment for her, she was able to kind of collect herself, get the assistance she needed at the time. Her eyes were fine afterwards, but she came to the peer support group meeting and just said it was just having that person to listen during a very scary time was more help than she could have asked for. And so what we do is just provide every service possible, every tool possible to each individual. So everyone's success story is going to look a little different depending on their needs. But yes, a lot of like home modifications make a huge difference. Sometimes we have mostly the ramps, the ramp installation can take someone from being isolated in the home back into the community. And we find those to be one of like the most impactful ones. Any other questions? We do have some pamphlets in the front, so if ever you need anything, you feel free to call any of our offices. Again, we'll assist you the best that we can.